Over the past 3 modules, we have introduced you to the different types of tutoring, what it means to be a tutor, how we should communicate as a tutor, and the different types of reinforcement that we should use while tutoring. In this module, we are going to put it all together while looking at the different tutoring techniques that we should use while trying to help students. While tutoring a student, it is important to note that you want to focus the tutoring session around their ideas. Make sure you build upon the ideas of the student and allow their ideas to take precedence over your own.
Hi, I need some help.
It looks like you're working with Excel?
Yeah, for some reason this formula is not working. What's wrong with this thing?
This is a good time to use the communication skills that we learned previously. The tutor could simply give the student the answer, but that wouldn't help the student learn to be an independent learner. Instead, the tutor chooses to build upon the student's own ideas by using a probing question.
What are some possible ideas why it wouldn't be working?
Well, let's see. The formula appears to be written right. I've got the correct cell selected, and I have I forgot to close my parentheses. Well, that fixed it. Thanks for the help.
Hey, you got this. It was all you.
By encouraging the student's ideas, the tutor encourages independent learning. It is important to always lead them to the correct answer with their own ideas. Simply giving them the answer will not help them in the future. In the first module of this series, we discussed how a tutor is a director of knowledge. This is when a tutor directs the students to their available resources to help them find the answers. This is important because there won't always be a tutor available while the student is working. Let's take a look at a tutor directing a student to their resources.
Hey there, what are you working on today?
Biology. I'm trying to do this worksheet, but I don't know some of the answer.
Okay, well, why don't we look at your notes?
That's part of the problem, I think. I missed class that day and now I'm really lost.
That's not a problem. Did you bring your book?
I did.
At times, a student will come to the center for help because they missed a class. It is important to remember that you are not a teacher, but you can take this time with the student to lead them in the right direction to get the help and the info that they need. There are lots of resources at your disposal. Use them. This would also be a great time to tell them that they should try to meet with their instructor about the content that they missed.
Well, it looks like you missed a really big day. I would suggest reading this chapter and then getting with your instructor about what you missed.
Referring students to their resources helps encourage them to become independent learners. In most cases, you simply need to refer them to their notes or their textbooks. But if you are unable to help the student yourself, you may need to refer them to other sources on campus. That can include another tutor or different faculty altogether. As a tutor, it is important to always show that you are available to help the students when you are on the clock. Let's watch as we see tutors that are being available versus tutors that aren't.
Hi, how can I help you? Hey, what are you working on today?
Hey, is there a Spanish tutor in today?
I don't know. I think they're over there somewhere.
Notice how the first set of students got the help that they needed without having to ask. The tutors were available and willing to help the students. The second set of students had to ask for help because the tutors couldn't be bothered with the job at hand. This is why it is important to be there for the students. Being available is a key part of the job as a tutor. While tutoring students, it can be helpful to make use of visuals. This can be anything from drawing to pictures in their textbooks or real-life examples.
Hey there, Shayna. You working on sign language today?
Yeah.
What would you like help with?
Well, we're working on the alphabet in class, and I'm not really understanding.
That's okay. We actually have a chart that would be perfect for this. So, were there any letters in particular you were having trouble with?
Actually, all of them. I'm getting them mixed up.
Well, that's what we're here for. Why don't we go through the alphabet?
Okay. Okay. Wow, that actually helps a lot. Thank you.
In this example, the tutor was able to effectively convey the information by drawing out their example. Having something visual to look at, like a picture or a drawing, can be very effective at helping a student grasp a concept. You can even use examples from real life. Part of being a tutor is just helping a student stay organized. This can be a tricky subject to help a student with because every person lives at a different level of organization. However, Just like there are people who tutor math, science, and computers, there are also people who tutor study skills. Let's take a look at a study skills session where the tutor helps a student organize their study habits.
Hey TJ, I was told this is your first semester back in college and you're wanting some help getting organized.
Yeah, I can't seem to get myself into a rhythm. I'm barely able to keep up with everything that needs to be done.
It can be rough. How are you keeping track of all the things that are due today, day to day?
I kind of just write things down on a piece of paper and hope for the best.
All right, well that's one way of doing it, but I would recommend getting a planner.
I have one, but never really used it before, so it just became something that I carry.
Well, why don't we take a look at that planner and see how we can make it work for you from day to day?
Helping a student become organized comes in many shapes and forms. This is just one example of how we as tutors help the student organize for college life. Do not hesitate to take your own personal ways of organization and showing the student what works for you. As a tutor, there will be times that you will encounter difficult students. These can come in many different forms. Some will come in unprepared, some will come in with nothing but complaints about their instructors or the college. Let us take a look at how a tutor should handle a difficult student.
Hey, what can I help you with today?
I am so lost. My instructor goes so fast, I can't ever understand what the concepts that he's trying to teach us.
Oh, well, have you tried talking to him about it?
He doesn't seem like the guy that would really care.
Well, I'm sure that he does. Have you emailed him about it and tried telling him that you're having troubles keeping up?
No, it's just Jacob Llewellyn, and he really doesn't seem like the guy that would care of an email, and that wouldn't fix it.
I know that it feels that way sometimes, but I promise you that all of our OTC instructors really do care about their students.
As a tutor, it is necessary to support the instructors and staff of the college. We are all here to help the students succeed. Most situations that arise where the student is having issues with an instructor can be solved with the student and instructor meeting and discussing the issue. If this doesn't resolve the student's issue, then you can always direct them to other people that can help. It is important that you as a tutor show support to our faculty and staff. There are many times when being a tutor just means sharing your own experiences with a student. As a fellow learner, they will benefit from the things that you have done right, and they will be able to not make the same mistakes that you may have made. Once again, congratulations on becoming a tutor.